Oh, you're in the date now?
He said Surah called him last Saturday. Surah called him last Saturday.
Oh, that's good.
She's still trying to get him.
Good, good. People, man.
From one key to another key. One with the key with the key, and the reward is the one who has the key to the roda.
Yeah. Rich that really was. Sounding very good. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء شيخ محمد فيض داغستاني سلطان شاول محمد ناظم حقاني سلطان قلوبنا مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني مدد الحق حجة الله يا المغفرة سبحان الله واشهد ان لا اله الا الله بمددكم ونظركم أهل المجلس يا الله. So let's start with the Arabic salawat book.
Allahumma salli wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam salatan tadumu wa tuda ilayhi wa marra layali wa tuba dawam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفرك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا. لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ووالدنا ووالدكم وأهلنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأهلنا ولأمواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جميعنا بأن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به ذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول. وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا مهاتنا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات. وأن الله ينصر المسلمين وعلانيتنا الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير الأنام. وعلى كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد عمر المديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي.
سورة الفاتحة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم زده يا ربي إذنا وشرافا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رغما في الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أزان بفضل الله ويا أقدار ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانصروا لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أسأل هذا بفضل الله سألناكم ولزلفى رجوناكم وفي أمر قصدناكم فشدوا أمركم لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله وسنهدى بفضل الله فيا ربي بسادتي تحقق لي إشاراتي عساتاتي بشاراتي ويصبو أمرنا لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهدى بفضل الله بكشف الحجب عن عيني ورفع البين من بيني وصرف القلب والعين بنور الوجه يا الله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهدى بفضل الله صلاة الله مولانا على من بالهدى جانا ومن بالحق أولانا شفي الخلق إن الله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله وسنهدى بفضل الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر الفاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة زهرة مدد يا إمام رسول الله مدد يا إسماعيل مدد يا حسن محمد مدد يا رغيب مدد يا مقيم مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صوري مدد يا مدني مدد يا شريف الدين مدد يا عبد الله مدد يا داغستاني مدد يا سلطاني مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا سلطاني مدد يا شيخ ناظم مدد يا حقاني مدد يا شيخ هشام مدد يا شيخ عدنان مدد يا شيخ عادل مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صاحب الوقت مدد يا فرداني مدد يا صديق مدد يا يماني مدد يا إمام العارفين مدد يا صفاوي مدد يا مربع الحق مدد يا غفلنا مدد يا مربع الحق مدد يا غفلنا مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد مدد يا مدد مدد يا رسول الله
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. إن شاء الله page 50.
يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج خطبة يا جيرة الألم يا أهيل الجود والكرم نحن من قوم به سكنوا وبه من خوفهم أمنوا وبآيات القرآن هدوا فتبدئنا يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج خطبة يا جيرة الألم يا أهيل الجود والكرم نعرف الفتح وتعرفنا والصفا والبيت يعلفنا ولنا الأعلى مخيف منا فلمن هذا وكن رقيني يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج خطبة يا جيرة الألم يا أهيل الجود والكرم ولنا خير الأنام بيت المصطفى طهوري أممان الأرض فذكري شبهوا بالأنجم ظهوري مثل ما قد جاء في سنني يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج الفتى يا جبرة الألم يا أهين الجود والكرم وسفين للنجاة إذا كنت من طوفان كل أذى فانجو فيها لا تكون كذا وتصم بالله واستعيني يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج الفتى يا جبرة الألم يا أهيل الجود والكرم ربي فانفعنا ببركتهم واهدنا الحسنى بحرمتهم وأمتنا في طريقتهم ومعافاتهم من الفتن يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جبرة الألم يا أهيل الجود والكرم.
صلي وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. Inshallah page 57. Page 57 inshallah.
يا إمام
الرسل يا سندي أنت باب الله مؤتمدي فبدنياي وآخرتي يا رسول الله خذ بيدي قسما بالنجم حين مضى والمعافى ساقي
وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله إن شاء الله.
مولاي صل وسلم
دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ومضايا واسعا كرمي. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. فاق النبيين في خلق وفي خلق ولم يدانوه في علم ولا كرم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. وكلهم من رسول الله ملتمس غرفا من البحر او رشفا من الديام. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. ولن يهديك رسول الله جاهك إذا الكريم تجلى باسمه تعقيم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. فإن من جودك الدنيا وضرتها ومن علومك علم اللوح والقلم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. يا نفس لا تقنطي من زلات عظمت إن الكبائر للغفران كالأمام. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. لعل رحمة ربي حين يقسمها تأتي على حسب الإسيان بالقسم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. والطف بعبدك في الدارين إن له صبرا متى تدعوه الأحوال يا عازم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. وعدا لصحبي صلاة منك دائما على النبي بمنحل ومساجم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. والآل والصحب ثم التابعين له أهل التقى والنكى والحلم والكرم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله لشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وسائر ساداتنا وصديقنا. الفاتحة. إن شاء الله بالنيات ختم خاوي جكان اضطرار بين وتلتكاف وتخلص الكسيان. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أستغفر الله 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 أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم من كل ذنب ومعصية ومن كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام ومن كل ما يخالف الشريعة ومن كل ما يخالف الطريقة ومن كل ما يخالف المعرفة ومن كل ما يخالف الحقيقة ومن كل ما يخالف العظيم يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله. اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب يا مفتح الأبواب يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا دليل المتحيرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وأسدد أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد.
رابط الشريف بمددكم سيدي رسول الكريم. يا حبيب العظيم, asking to always see ourselves the Rose al-Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. بمددكم سيدي رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم. مدد الحق يا حجة الله يا المقدس. مدد يا مولانا شيخ الشام.
فاتحة الشريفة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات شريفة. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 انشرح شريفا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. فاتحة شريفة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات شريفة. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صل يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه والمرسلين وكل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. على أشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة شأن نقشبند محمد ويس البخاري سلطان أولياء شيخ محمد الفايز الداغستاني سلطان شيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحقاني مولانا شيخ شام كباني شيخ عدنان كباني شيخ محمد عادل محمد خالق الحوجتواني صاحب زمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا أمار سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيدنا فاطمة تزار عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا وصدقين. الفاتحة. آمين يا رب العالمين.
حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو. حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو. حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله أنت الهادي أنت الهادي ليس الهادي إلا هو لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله
محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد ناجي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد ناجي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صافي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صافي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شافي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شافي الله عليه صلوات الله والسلام. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب فلا يا الله الله Allah, 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 Allah. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. 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 الله الله حق الله الله حق الله الله حق الله الله هي الله الله هي الله الله هي الله يا قيوم الله يا قيوم الله يا قيوم. رسول الله ونعم الوكيل لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. يا هو يا هو يا دائم يا هو يا هو يا دائم يا هو يا هو يا دائم الله يا هو يا دائم الله يا هو يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا الله يا حليم يا حليم يا حليم يا الله يا مجيب يا مجيب يا مجيب يا الله يا معين يا معين يا معين يا الله يا مغيث يا مغيث يا مغيث يا الله يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا الله يا ستار يا ستار يا ستار يا الله يا غفار يا غفار يا غفار يا الله يا جبار يا جبار يا جبار يا الله يا قهار يا قهار يا قهار يا الله يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح يا الله يا رزاق يا رزاق يا رزاق يا الله يا ودود يا ودود يا ودود يا الله يا رحمن يا رحمن يا رحمن يا الله يا رحيم يا رحيم يا رحيم يا الله يا حنان يا حنان يا حنان يا الله يا منان يا منان يا منان يا الله يا ديان يا ديان يا ديان يا الله يا سبحان يا سبحان يا سبحان يا الله يا سلطان يا سلطان يا سلطان يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله أنت الله أنت الله أنت الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم 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 يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله حسبنا الله ربنا 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 الله سيدنا المهدي خليفة الله سيدنا المهدي خليفة الله سيدنا المهدي خليفة الله أظهره الله أجابنا الله أظهره الله أجابنا الله أظهره الله أجابنا الله أيده الله أجابنا الله أيده الله أجابنا الله أيده الله أجابنا الله نسأله الله أجابنا الله نسأله الله أجابنا الله نسأله الله أجابنا الله حسبنا الله ربنا الله حسبنا الله ربنا الله حسبنا الله ربنا الله يا غالبا غير مغلوم يا غالبا غير مغلوم يا غالبا غير مغلوم يا غالبا غير مغلوم يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب
حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته والأنبياء والرسول وجميع خلقه على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليهم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى سادتنا أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين ولتابعين بإحسان أئمة المجتهدين الوالدين والعلماء المتقين والأولياء الصالحين ومشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية قدس الله تعالى أرحم زكيا نور الله تعالى حضرتهم مباركة وعلى الله تعالى من بركاتهم وفيوداتهم دائما والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. آمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إلى أشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى وصحبه الكرام والمشايخنا في الطريقة النقشبندية العالية، خاصة إلى روحهم من الطريقة غوث خليقة خوجة شاه نقشبند محمد ويس البخاري، وسلطان الأولياء شيخ عبد الله فايز الداغستاني، وسلطان الأولياء شيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحقاني، ومولانا الشيخ هشام قباني، شيخ عدنان قباني، شيخ محمد عادل، مولانا عبد الخالق الغجدواني، صاحب الزمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام، روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، سيف الله سيدنا علي عليه السلام، ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق، سيدنا عمر، سيدنا عثمان، يوم الحسن عليه السلام، يوم الحسين عليه السلام، فاطمة زهرا عليه السلام، وسائر ساداتنا والصديقين.
الفاتحة. آمين يا رب العالمين. So I think we have still 4 or 5 minutes. Such you want to do the Nasheed on Sita Maria? Yes.
أباها ربها قلبا نقيا وذكرا في دلا تقواريا أباها ربها قلبا نقيا وذكرا في زرا تقواريا ونالت مريم الأفضل لما هباها الله مورودا زكيا حمام القدس مشتاق لصوت سرى في المسجد أقصى شجيا يناجي الله بجوف الليالي من المحراب ترفعه نديا وطاقت نخرة ميلاد خيمة تساكت فوقها رتبا جديا وبات الجزم بشوق إليك وهن الموج يجري سريا وهن الموج يجري سريا أباها ربها قلبا نقيا وذكرا في زرا تقواريا أباها ربها قلبا نقيا وذكرا في زرا تقواريا ونالت مريم الأفضل لما هباها الله مورودا زكيا سلاما يا نبي الله عيسى من الوجدان أرسله زكيا فأنت روح من رب برايا وأنت الغوث جسده نبيا جئت مباركا في كل حين نقادا حق بمهد سبيا وما قتلك أو سلبك الحكيم رميت طير جنان الخلد حيا رفعت طير جنان الخلد حيا أباها ربها قلبا نقيا وذكرا في زرا تقواريا أباها ربها قلبا نقيا وذكرا في زرا تقواريا ونالت مريم الأفضل لما هباها الله مورودا زكيا.
رشف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وصحبه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وسائر ساداتنا والصديقين. الفاتحة. آمين. إن شاء الله فجر رضوان قول يا أذان.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين الصلاة والسلام عليك وعلى آلك وأصحابك أجمعين الصلاة والسلام عليكم يا أنبياء الله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى بمددكم ونذركم يا رسول الكريم بمددكم ونذركم يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مشيخ عبد الفيض داغستاني مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء مشيخ محمد ناظم هذا حقاني مدد يا سلطان قلوبنا مولانا الشيخ الشام كباني مدد الحق يا حجة الله المخلص. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول وأولو الأمر منكم. And alhamdulillah, always a reminder for myself and for those trying to study from our way is to try to bring ourselves down before Allah brings it down. So we took a way in which to efface ourselves to be nothing. Ana abdukal ajizu da'ifu miskinu zalimu jahal, and by the grace of Allah that I'm still in existence. Then inshaAllah forgive our shortcomings and wrongdoings and grant us good amal, the best of amal that wash away every difficulty and every badness. And from the knowledge of Allah to the heart of Prophet and from Prophet to those who are the lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad awliyaullah, that from their teachings and inspirations they ask us that when Allah said, I'm going to show my signs upon the horizon and I'm going to show from what's within yourself. And no one will understand except those who are in tafakkur, those who they contemplate everything. They look and they want to know the majesty of Allah, and they sit and they contemplate, take a seat on a mountain, in a park, and watch the moon, the stars, the sun. And they come into our lives and remind us that who's higher in majesty and ihtiram for Allah, the moon, the sun, or insan. Not the station that it represents, but that physical moon has more honor with Allah or insan. The sun, the physical sun, it has more honor with Allah or insan. And they come into our lives and teach, no, وَلَكَ الْكَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah said, I have honoured your creation and I blew from my realities and spirit into your being. وَعَلَمَ الْقُرْآنَ بَدَنْ خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ. And I have taught you all and dressed you from Holy Qur'an. Then I made your insan, your form, you are a very noble creation where angels bow down to you. If you reach what Allah want of realities, the angels will bow in ihtiram, ibadah and worship only for Allah, but the angels will show their respect of, you are a noble creation and you reached your nobility, you reached what Allah wanted for you to reach. So it means that insan and people, human beings are more blessed than the moon and the sun. And that's why they come and begin to teach. Then if you understood that and you understood how Allah God Almighty runs His kingdom, because we're asking to inherit from that kingdom, Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. This is the way of all realities, and every Prophet brought the same reality, bring God's kingdom into your heart. Qalb al-mu'min baytullah, bring Allah's immense love into your heart and you'll inherit on this earth His heavenly kingdom, and you'll be from the inheritors of the heavenly kingdom in malakut. And they look to the moon and they see that we have no life on this earth without that moon. So our simple existence, because we want to understand the role that Allah shows us around us. If they take the moon, you have no life on this earth. So people who say, oh it's just Allah, all I need is Allah. Don't talk to me about shaykhs, don't talk to me about the prophets, don't talk to me about anything, all I need is God directly. And Allah clarifies for us, don't have that arrogance. Everything is a tawassul and a means. Look your little petty self on that earth, you are in need and I created you in need. Allah is the might and majesty of all creation, but without that moon you're not in existence. Without the sun you are non-existent, no life on this earth. No sunshine, there's no breath, there's no air, the photosynthesis, there's no vision, there's no warmth. If you're too close to the sun you'll burn, if you're too far from the sun you freeze to death. The moon is 2500 250 degrees in sunlight and negative 250 degrees when the sun is away, you freeze to death. You're exactly placed on an earth in which Allah wants you to survive. You could have been put anywhere else and immediately you burn on Venus and Mars. So Allah is saying, there's a tawassul, there's a way and a means to everything. Take its understanding, be a one who contemplates and looks, Ya Rabbi, that without this sunshine 12 hours a day dressing upon me, I'm not going to grow, I'm not going to have any existence. Actually if the sun blocked itself all your bones will shudder. You become vitamin D deficient like Vancouver. The sunshine, what light it sends upon you, your actual growth is from what? the moonlight. So all the plants, all the farming, all the things that we're eating, it grows from moonlight. So Allah begin to show, you're a creature that's in need. What light is coming from this sun, you need 12 hours of that to continuously dress your creation, its photons to dress upon you, to bless you, and you're almost in more need of the moon. Because when the sun is reflecting and shining upon the moon, that moonlight is now in charge of this earth. Because Allah wants us to know the Prophets are the suns and the moons are those whom follow them. And I am Lord of all of them, Rabbul Mashariq wa Rabbul Maqarib. I am the Lord of the suns, the rising suns, the sun and the plural of suns. I am the Lord of all the Prophets and I am the Lord of all the moons. I'm the Lord of all the companions of the Prophets and those whom follow the Prophets. I am the Lord over all of them, but they have an immense reality that they dress and bless you. And the light that's sending from the Prophets, human can only take so much and then it has to be reflected to the moonlight, and the moonlight will then begin to reflect that same light from the Prophets back. But the moon is a perfected creation. It doesn't inject its own thought, it doesn't inject its own egoism and think that it has a light. It has been thoroughly crushed to where it believes it has no light, it is merely the reflection and imperfect ihtibah, imperfect obedience. It follows perfectly the sun and it doesn't wander to different sun, to the left sun. It doesn't go off course and go towards Venus, go towards Mars, every day making a different choice, a different direction. I'll listen to this one, I'll follow that one. Your faith becomes like smorgasbord or like a buffet, you're taking from everywhere. The moon teaches us, no, perfect ihtibah, that this sun I completely follow that reality and I want to be dressed by that reality. So they establish we are in need. Now if you're in need of that sun and that moon, imagine then the immensity of souls, where Prophet's soul is more powerful than this sun. So you're in need of the light of Prophet's dress upon your insan. That's why they established this. So don't come back and say, no, it's only Allah. There's like a judge back there, he gave me 10 points, says the echo's too loud. Don't come back and say only Allah. So don't be arrogant in your approach to me. You need the sun and the moon. More powerful than my suns and my moons is the light of Sayyidina Muhammad, the light of all the Prophets, they are suns. You need them for your perfection, you need them to reach your reality, you need their nazar and their gaze. That's why Allah clarified in Qur'an, don't ask Prophet to listen to you, don't ask the shaykhs to listen to you. Their ears are locked upon their Lord, but the nazar and the gaze. Why Allah said that in Qur'an when Allah has no time? Said, don't ask Prophet to listen to you, but ask that unzur, that his gaze be upon you, means eternally. Allah has no time in Holy Qur'an. Eternally Allah is teaching us, when you address Sayyidina Muhammad ask for his holy gaze to be upon you, he's going to now reflect his lights. And the companions, ahlul bayt and awliya are from atiyullah, atiya Rasul wa ulul amri minkum. The ulul they are inheriting from these moons and they become moons because they are completely reflecting the lights of Prophet. Then Allah teaching, you're also more in need in this dunya for that gaze, for the gaze of these ulul because you may not be able to reach the sun directly. And if you gaze in the sun too much, it take away your eyesight. So the sun, even in growth and vegetation, it merely comes for a short period to sweeten. If everything was raised in the sun, it would look like the desert, it would burn it. So everything grows Everything is rushed and raised by the moonlight, by ulul am. Because Prophet is not visible for everyone. Their level of faith is not that they can connect directly with Prophet. It's their whimsical imagination, but they need on this earth always moons that are moving. Those moons, they reflect the reality of Prophet. As a result, people they grow in faith. It's all from Qur'an, Hadith, but they have to be clever to understand when Allah taqullah wa kunu ma'as sadiqeen. Allah's telling us, have a consciousness and keep the company of the sadiqeen. Later you'll understand they're like moons, they're qamarun, and as a result they are reflecting the lights of Prophet but you haven't eyes to see. You say, he looked like a person, basharun mithluna, he's looked like a human like me. Because your nafs and ego begin to enter. And they say throughout Holy Qur'an they spoke the same way about Prophet, companions of Prophet. This is not about the physical eyes but what Allah describing. You're in need of the light and the gaze of Prophet and that we are in need of the light and the gaze of these ulul am who are qamarun, they are moons and they begin to reflect. And alhamdulillah Allah gave us to be from the flag of Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Haqqani, Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Abdul Faiz al-Daghestani, Sultan Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Haqqani wa Sultan al-Qulubina Mawlana Shaykh Hisham Kabani. And every Jummah they're teaching us with their words all of these haqqaiqs. If only we repeat what they teach us, we would be completely dressing our soul. So sallallahu ta'ala wa alihi wa awladihi, in the words of the Jummah when they're going over the Jummah, wa alihi wa awladihi wa azwajihi wa ashabihi wa atbahi min khulafahi rashideen al-mahdiin min ba'dihi wa wazara'i kamilin. So rashideen, mahdiin wa kamilin. فأهدي خصوص منهم على أمة خلفاء رسول الله على التقيق أمراء المؤمنين حضرات أبي بكر عمر عثمان علي إمام الحسن وإمام الحسين وذوي القدر الجليل والباقيات والصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى أجمعين. They gave the formula of the qamar. Because people come back and say peace and blessings Almighty Allah be upon Sayyidina Muhammad, His holy family, His children, His wives, His holy companions, His true followers who followed him in righteousness, kept the way of Sayyidina Muhammad. This is the English of those words. Upon the rightly guided and most perfected Muhammadan guides. Mahdiin means Muhammadan guides, who came after, and the perfected ministers, wuzara, and who reached immense states of moral excellence and completed their covenant with their Lord. Special peace and blessings of Allah be upon the imams of this nation, the khulafa, the representatives of Sayyidina Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, and who achieved immense stations of proximity to Allah. The leader of believers, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq al-Mutlaq, perfected in being truthful, Sayyidina Umar al-Faruq, distinguished truth from falsehood, Sayyidina Uthman Ghani, Jami al-Qur'an al-Majid, the compiler, the honoured compiler of the Holy Qur'an, the rich and prosperous, Sayyidina Imam Ali as-Sadallah al-Qalib, the victorious lion of Allah, Imam al-Hasan al-Mujtabah wal Imam al-Husayn Sayyid al-Shuhada, peace and blessings be upon all their souls. And their souls have an immense proximity to Allah's Divinely presence, and dressed from Allah's Divinely oceans of majestic might and majestic beauty. Means they gave us the instructions of qamarun. Because people come back and say, oh, I don't need to follow anyone, I can follow Prophet directly. You're incorrect. Because the awliya are teaching us, no, Rashideen al Mahdieen wa Kamilin. The Kamilin is going to describe that they are Kamil and they inherit from Qaf wal Qur'an al Majid. Because we said beginning, they are the people whom Allah alam al Qur'an, alam al Qur'an, they reach to their realities. So Qamar, Qaf, Mim, Ra. You can't get to the Qaf without going through the Ra. The bullseye, the goal is to reach to the Qaf wal Qur'an al Majid. So our life is about understanding. When we're saying qamarun, 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 they come back with the huruf and begin to teach. There's a formula in which Allah wanted for us. They follow the Rashideen and Mahdieen, they are Kamilin, they are Kamil. This is going to be a description of them. So it means Rashideen, they are Abdul Rashid and they are guided souls whom Allah inspired them to follow a shaykh, follow a moon. What I want to dress you with you will never achieve if you don't take that path. You will not achieve it by yourself, you will not make a connection to Prophet by yourself, you'll not achieve any of those ranks that Allah wants, but you cannot do it too. Doesn't matter, doesn't mean not everybody graduates with a PhD and becomes a doctor. Some don't do anything, they don't go to any school, that's free for you too. They're talking about a very high level of perfection. You can say, Shaykh, I don't have to do it, absolutely correct. You don't have to do any of it. But if you're claiming that you're going to reach to be Kamil and whom not represented by a guide and whom not represented by a lawyer, a fool is his lawyer, means his shaitan is his wakeel. Even in the court system they tell you, only a fool represents himself. You have no understanding of any law, of any understanding of any type of defense, and you want to defend yourself against Allah, enter into His Divinely court and you want to follow your nafs and your own desires. They say it's impossible to reach these realities. So these realities in the Arabic letters will begin to define exactly. So you must find those servants who are Rashideen. As a result of being Abdul Rashid, Allah inspired them that follow the people of guidance. And those whom we granted guidance, they have an authorization of irshad because they are Abdul Rashid. Irshad means permission, written authorization to guide people. They're like licensed doctors. There are many clinics, no offense to Mexico and Tijuana, you can go across the border and you find many clinics. I heard there's even people doing plastic surgery and nobody even knows if he was a plumber or electrician. And he inject you with motor oil and make all your body, there's somebody who inject his arms with motor oil and make it to be big. This doesn't mean that that person's licensed, anyone can claim anything they want. But those whom Allah made them to be Rashideen, that they were guided, they followed a guide, they went through all of what we're going to explain of that guidance. As a result that guide sign, Ya Rashideen, we're going to grant you irshad. That order coming from Allah from Atiullah, given to the heart of Prophet soul, Atiya Rasul, and then the order comes to ulul am, grant that one permission for irshad. And they sign the permission and they're Rashideen. And you see their character outside and their character inside matching, that their character is correct, their character is filled with love, their character is filled with compassion, their character is the way of love. They don't scream, they don't shout, they don't attack, they are attacked and they remain sweet. They are insulted and they remain sweet. They're never salty but always sweet. Majority they claim themselves to be nice, you squeeze them, you come out with words you could never imagine from that servant. because they claim to be sweet. Nobody's sweet until Allah squeeze you, squeeze you, squeeze you and see how much sour is coming, how much sour is coming. Means they've been tested. We talk from Ashab al-Kahf, they've had rocks, they've had difficulty thrown upon them. If they tell you clean the bathroom, you're on your knees and scrubbing. Otherwise you show, oh my God, I have such a sickness, how dare you talk to me like that? Means then you have years of cleaning ahead of you. So Rashideen, they have been brought down, they accompanied, as a result Allah grant them irshad. When granting of irshad means then the shaykh at that level is also teaching, I'm going to make you mahdiyun, that you're going to come and you're going to be a hadi of Allah because you have sifat, you have irshad, means now you have to be a hadi and a guide, but you have to be a Muhammadan guide. And Allah will begin to open the realities that your ears, nobody can call themselves a murshid, it's just a title in the subcontinent. Everybody's a mawlana, everybody's a murshid, everybody is everything. But what they're talking of these realities, these are very difficult to achieve. The Mahdiyin means they are the Muhammadan Hadis, that they're dressed from the realities of Sayyidina Mahdi. And we said before that Sayyidina Mahdi is not only a timed event where we say, okay, when is the end of the world coming and Sayyidina Mahdi is coming. Mahdiyin means there's no time, it's the highest level of guidance, the highest levels of perfection that Allah taking that servant, doesn't mean that they're perfected, but continuously raising them, raising them, raising them under the nazar of the soul of Sayyidina Mahdi. And it doesn't need physical appearance, but this is an eternal dress that Allah gave to that reality, that going to make you a Muhammadan guide, hadi. And Allah going to train you. That's the hadith, that they came through voluntary worship and they approached through the nawafil, they approached through involuntary, they did all the fard. They came with involuntary, I became their ears in which they hear, I became the eyes in which they see. Everybody knows that hadith here. That's the hadith that Allah describing, when I'm going to open for you this hadith that Prophet described, so much so that you become Rabbaniyun, because you're from the people of irshad, you were granted the Ra. You're not normal soul, you're lofty soul, you're Rabbaniyun. And so much so that you have power of kun fayakun, that merely your heart begin to pray and Allah begin to grant. Why? Because you've been smashed and pounded, that your will is matching Prophet's will matching Allah's will. It's actually Allah's will that pushing your heart to make that dua, and Allah grant what Allah wanted in the beginning. They never can pray against what Allah wants. They don't change what Allah brought. If somebody's sick, they don't make them to be good. Allah wanted that person sick, they just advise them, maybe you should do some good things so that your Lord be happy with you. They're not opening a competing store with the Divinely Presence, Allah take away something and then they put it back. These guides, they know exactly Allah wants something from that servant, their responsibility is your Lord wants something from you. Perfect yourself, perfect your character. Their ears will be perfected, their eyes will be perfected, their breath will be full of qudra. As a result they speak through that holy tongue, lisan al-haq wa lisan as-siddiq al-aliyya, that they inherit from a tongue of truth and from the tongue of the holy companions, and they speak from that reality. Means they're being dressed by the Divinely Face, their ears are dressed, their eyes are dressed, their breath is dressed. As a result they can speak the truth, and these are Mahdiyin. At that time Allah bring their soul and say, Ya are now qamarun, that look to where you're supposed to look. This sun will continuously be shining upon your face and your face be dressed by those realities. We pray that Allah guide us and give us understanding. People whom come out and keep saying that, I don't need to follow a guide. No, you don't need to do anything, you can sit in Taco Bell all day long, but you're not going to reach Allah's Divinely realities that He wanted to bestow upon. You have to be tested, you have to be tried, you have to be taught that don't look left and don't look right, don't go to 10 different people. This is about loyalty. You keep one focus and that's your focus until you're in the grave. You don't choose left and right. And they begin to teach that loyalty, that understanding, you're locked on. As soon as you're locked on, their nazar be upon you and dress you. We pray that Allah dress us from these lights of this holy month. This is the month of Al-Qamar, opening for the holy month of Rajab, Sha'ban and Ramadan inshaAllah. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al-Fatiha.
سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي سيدنا النبي
محمد نازم حقاني وني سيدي امام الشيخ الشام كباني مدد الحق حجة الله المخلص. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول أولي الأمر منكم. And always a reminder for myself that أنا عبدك العجيز ضعيف ومسكين وظالم وجهل, and if by the grace of Allah we are still in existence, that we took a path in which to be nothing, and that to enter into Allah's oceans of rahmah. And a reminder for myself in this very material world that surrounds us and continuously pushes its reality upon us, that we are seeking spiritual realities and heavenly realities. And a reminder for myself always, because any time we talk, the first audience is to myself, never to anybody else, or to assume that I can talk to somebody. The most important person to talk to is myself, so that I remember and I understand inshaAllah that this world of light, when these nights and these tajallis and these realities are coming, that a reminder for us that from Allah wa atiya Rasul wa ulul amri minkum, and not from the world of mulk but from malakut. That Allah when He's going to send His Divinely emanations, and Allah is continuously sending Divinely emanations, those emanations must first come upon the lights of Sayyidina Muhammad. That this is the belief of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah, that whatever Allah is bestowing and of continuous light, in continuous grace, continuous rahmah, that first flows in the world of light. In that world of light, in malakut, that light flows into the realities of Prophet. From Prophet then from the ulul am, means that those whom loving Sayyidina Muhammad Prophet's promise, you be with whom you love. And the ahbab understood that the easiest and most powerful way to enter into that reality was the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. With their love, with their ihtiram, with all that Allah inspire with them, they move into that proximity. We're talking from the world of souls. Their souls move into the proximity of Prophet. Whatever grace and emanation Allah and tajallis Allah sending is dressing the lights of Prophet. Prophet like a sun beyond imagination of any sun, that's sending His nur that Allah dressed upon all those whom loving Prophet from His ashab who are the greatest of lovers, His ahlul bayt who are His blood and line blood and light of Sayyidina Muhammad, and those whom we call the ulul am and awliyaullah. They are in the proximity of that light, and whatever Prophet being dressed is dressing upon those lights. Blessing upon those lights means dressing upon their souls. So with their proximity to Prophet they are being dressed on their soul from the lights of Sayyidina Muhammad. Then that tajalli comes out to mulk, is deep understanding. So to receive those lights, it's not important your physical place. Some people think if they sit closer they get more tajallis, which is incorrect. It's not the proximity to the physicality that you come sit at the foot of somebody and you'll be taking the blessings. No, there's a general blessing that coming upon every association. That's like a rain, but this tajalli that they're talking about, this is from soul to soul and locked. It can't come to the body. Because where's the best example for that are the guards of Medina. You sit and make tafakkur and say, Ya Rabbi, if this was about proximity, those guards should be walking on water all day long. They are in front of Rawza Sharif of Prophet and Prophet directly says, no, this is not about proximity. If this was proximity, they would be all the awliya, and they are the worst of dogs, worst character. All day long telling you to turn your back to Prophet, push you away from Prophet. It was not about proximity. So anybody wants a daleel, remember the guards of Rawza Sharif. It's not about where you sit, but it's about where your soul is placed. Because then when you sit in tafakkur to that understanding, you understand that, Ya Rabbi, this is not my proximity, and that's why awliyaullah keep a very limited time in the presence of Prophet. And that's why all the adabs teach you that the more you spend with your physical time, the ruder you're going to become, because you're going to become familiar with something and lose all your adab and respect for it. And that's why Prophet said, when you travel, visit for 3 days. And that's why awliyaullah beyond 3 days they begin to be scared in the presence of Prophet, because that first day you arrive, you come with all your love and excitement, and it's the greatest place on earth. After 6 or 7 days you might begin to think, oh okay, maybe I can go here first, maybe I'll go here first. Already you understand that that ihtiram is now dropping from you. Imagine then those whom want to be there all the time. That's why the tariqah comes to teach the adab, that the physical time you have with these awliyaullah, with these shaykhs, is to learn what you have to learn, what you have to gain of your realities and from your understandings, and to be careful with that physical proximity, how to keep the manners. That's why the schools of tariqah, there are schools of manners and adab. Keep the adab, keep the manners, keep the respect, because they're going to now explain that these reflections and these lights. So we start from the greatest, which is the presence of Prophet. It's not proximity, otherwise all those guards would be all the awliya of this kingdom, and it's not. And Prophet confirm into the heart, no, it's not your physical proximity. There can be people in physical proximity that do their worst for the shaykh, bother the shaykh, backbite the shaykh, and they're still in the physical proximity. It's not about that. But Allah says, enter the home through the proper door. The proper door for Allah is the soul. So it means in our diagram you make like an image of a shaykh and you see a physical person maybe here, but his soul may be very far away. Just like the guards. There can be all sorts of physical personalities surrounding the shaykh. We say we used to go to Lefke all the time to see Mawlana Shaykh, and the craziest of the crazies, they thought they were the 40 deputies of Sayyidina Mahdi, because they would count themselves, who are the 40 here? He's the Sultan, has 124,000 awliyaullah. Those 124,000 are not there. Confirming, no, my most powerful ones are not there. So it means that the physicality you show physical person, but the soul may be very far from that reality, because he keeps only his physicality near the shaykh, but his soul did not yet enter into the reality of that shaykh. Then there are others whom their physicality is very far, but their soul is right there, face to face with the soul of the shaykh. And whatever the shaykh is bestowed of tajallis, of realities, of knowledges is all dressed upon that soul. That soul sends to its physicality no matter what the distance of time and space. But this world is different. This world is making people to fall into their illusion of their eyes and their ears, that I have to see him next to him to think he's something. No, that's nothing. Look to the guards of Medina, they're nothing. And Prophet's awliyaullah all over the world, but their souls are all there in Rawza Sharif right next to Sayyidina Muhammad, not their physicalities, their souls. And whatever Prophet dressing and whatever Prophet wants to bestow, he doesn't bestow everything, but whatever he wants to bestow, he sends the manifestation to the lights. Their souls become heated, and from their souls it emanates out towards creation, not through the physicality. The tajallis that are raining upon this physicality is not even 1/100th of the lights that Allah is just sending upon the soul. Otherwise everything would be blessed. Every animal and creature that moved in this area would be glowing. It's not like that, and every guard would be flying in Medina. It's a lock, it's a key. That the physicality is going to be limited in what Allah gives to it, but the soul unlimited. So then how do we switch the formula that not only my physicality was close and trained, but what the Shaykh opened of the soul and raised you to maturity and said that now that you're mature, there cannot be two of us in one location. Go out with what I have given to you and now represent me like your children. How long you want your kids at home? When they become successful and they become adults, they become rijal, they become enforced with realities, you say, now go out and represent me. And then that begins to teach us this understanding that those that their physicality is far and their souls are very close, the Shaykh is giving them abundant realities through his soul. And because of the knowledges and the organizations and the products that they produce, the Shaykh is very pleased in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. So it's not your eyes see the person next to the Shaykh and say, oh this must be a blessed one. No, he's still in the presence of the Shaykh. The one who became rijal and going out now representing the realities of Sayyidina Muhammad, and the Shaykh so pleased with that person and people and students that as much as I give to them they immensely spread everything. Then this for us in life is to understand, it's like your stocks. There are some stocks you buy and they call you that you got to put more money in, it's not going anywhere. It's like you just keep investing in it and it's not going anywhere. And there are others that you invest in it and it blossoms, it expands and explodes everywhere. That was what Mawlana Shaykh was teaching us, that what bestowed upon you, your responsibility, spread it far and wide. Spread it far and wide, as much and as fast as you can spread it, more comes to you. That's why we said in the Qasida Burda, some take by cup. Who takes by cup? Those who don't have anything to do. How can they ask for more from Prophet? Say, I say, Ya Rasul, give me some light. So for what? You're sitting on it? Okay, here's some light for you. But there are those whom take like oceans and rivers, because they are dispensing as fast as it's bringing in. So they're teaching that this way of the turuq was to quickly bring your reality, learn your realities, learn your understanding, and the greatest khidmat is da'wah. So then we skipped one point, was how then to be the soul who's close, not only the body who's close. So that doesn't matter if space and time. There are people who are watching and saying, I wish I could be physically. Oh, but they're doing things and now beginning to see the companions, seeing all of our shaykhs coming to them and visiting them. They're khidmat. And Mawlana Shaykh taught us, this key to our heart, this key to my heart, this key to the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad was not your physicality. Just you come and eat the food here? What was your khidmat? What did you do for tariqah? What did you do for this love? What did you do for this way? What did you do to come into my heart to show your love? And many people gave everything, everything that Allah gave to them, they gave to their shaykh. They did the most that they could for their shaykh, means everything about them was to serve the shaykh. As a result their soul entered deep into the reality of that shaykh. Nothing that the physical could understand, so close that whatever comes like a fountain from his heart is dressing upon that soul, and space and time is irrelevant. Whatever he's receiving of tajallis, he's dressing upon that soul. And the people whose hearts are not open, they should use their eyes and heart to see what emanations and fountains are springing from them. So you go through a desert and everywhere in this dunya is a desert, but how do you see like an oasis? Well, all of a sudden there's big palm trees on that oasis, there's flowers, there's gushing flowing water. Those are the knowledges. The knowledges of the heart, knowledges of numbers, knowledges of letters, knowledges of the lataif, knowledges of tafakkur. Those were the signs for the desert for people who don't have a heart that open but should use their physical heart. That's a big oasis. And his shaykh must be really happy with him, for whatever he gives to him he spreads it through every possible means of social media. Why? Because they don't want anyone to be under difficulty on Judgment Day. They don't want anyone that didn't have the ability to come to the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. We said many times, if you bring one guest to the shaykh, okay, congratulations for you. But imagine you go get a bus and bring 30 people to the shaykh. Here I have 30 people say that they're coming to sit for zikr. Mawlana would be so happy, so excited. Now today nobody even brings one person. Whom Allah sends, everybody want to do da'wah on that person. Allah already sent them. You most likely ruin the case and the person runs away after talking to you. We would go out, pick people and bring them to the shaykh. And he didn't want one person, 30 people, 40 people. So imagine then the da'wah that goes out to get thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, just to see their face, just to hear these realities. So means that khidmat is what Mawlana Shaykh taught us. You want to enter into their soul, your life is about khidmat. Do something with what Allah has given to you of your time, of your ability, of whatever Allah has given to you. Use it in their way. Their life is to encourage you for khidmat. If you're sitting at home and doing nothing, you're not of khidmat to anyone except yourself. What yourself going to do for yourself? Lift you up and take you where? That's why then when you come into their associations and you accompany the real guides whom their hearts are open and they have certificates of guidance, their responsibility make them to be in khidmat. Why? So that they enter into Allah's rahmat. That rahmat is into that what we talked 2 weeks ago. Their hearts are the masjids that you should be in. You should be praying in that masjid, you should be continuously in that masjid. That qalb is Baytullah. There are 124,000 houses of Allah upon this earth. The other houses that you think you're building for Allah, good for you, most of them are houses of confusion. They get there, they fight and they don't even have the correct aqeedah. But the best house, the least confused house is then the house of the hearts of the believers, the mu'min, qalb al-mu'min baytullah. When you enter into their heart, their soul is dressing, that soul is dressing its tajallis. When that reality dresses upon that student that, "Ya are now in proximity to me, that what we dressed upon you, my nazar upon you, not my physical eyes, my soul is upon you, you have a certificate, go out, wherever you are we reach you." They have even on video. saying that wherever you are we're going to reach you with our physical and our spiritual power. Why? Because you're in my heart and I see every moment of what you're doing. Whom good to you is good to me. Didn't Prophet grab the hands of his ahlul bayt? Whom with Imam Ali salam is with me. Who comes against him comes against me, with same inheritance. When you're good to them you're good to the shaykh, when you're bad with them you're really bad with the shaykh. Even you think you're in the physical proximity doing all sorts of crazy things. He's trying to teach, no, my physical don't worry about, worry those who their souls are near me but their physicalities may be all over this earth doing what Prophet wants them to do. So then when we travel, just to understand now what begins to open, that soul that brought near, and when Allah begin to bestow His trust upon that soul, it's no longer even them, it's no longer even them. So we travel with Mawlana Shaykh and we would go to different houses of pious people, and one of the pious peoples for us to understand would look at Mawlana Shaykh and said that, you are and you look like Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and then he would smile and put his head down. Meaning what? That pious person sees, and from what he sees the image of Mawlana Shaykh. He sees the image of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and says, you are in the image of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, because every awliya, every wali inherits from the Prophets of Allah, and the Prophets of Allah dress the Sahaba Nabi the Sahabi. So we wrote that in our book, wow, mashallah. That's what Prophet said to his companions, if you've seen me you've seen the haqq. And awliya say, if you have seen me you've seen Sayyidina Muhammad. See me with what? Your physical eyes or you see with your heart? If you're able to see the Shaykh with your heart, you have seen Sayyidina Muhammad. If you have seen Sayyidina Muhammad you have seen the haqq, the truth of Allah. So this one is looking and saying, this is Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq. So we write, oh wow, subhanAllah, he's like Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq. We went to a different event, maybe a year, 2 years later, went to Jewish organization, and pious Jewish people looked and said that, you are in the image of Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam, subhanAllah, we wrote that quickly down. The Mawlana Shaykh mutaqalimeen. Now if you understood his titles, he's the speaker of awliyaullah, speaker of the house, that not a single awliya can present a case to Prophet without Mawlana Shaykh taking that case and speaking on their behalf. So it means he has a secret of his tongue. And what was Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam? Kalimullah. So it means, oh, this was nice, that secret of my Shaykh was coming out. And he wanted us to witness it. He's not going to talk about himself of who he is. Witness it through neutral third parties. SubhanAllah, he must be carrying a reality of these Prophets, and a Prophet that has permission to speak to Allah, and carrying the Siddiqiyya reality of Naqshbandiyya. Mean opening for us a reality for these 124,000 souls, that their physicality was no longer of importance, and that Allah through their certificates, through their khalwa, through their training opened for them the reality. For those who don't understand, when they open the reality, you're not talking to that person anymore, you're not being rude to that person anymore. You're in now trouble because you're being confrontational with who's reflecting into the mirror of that person right now. So it means that when you die and you pass and your character is of no need for them and you're nothing, they use you like a mirror in the heavens, that we are going to reflect our reality through you. The teaching you have, there are some who are inheriting on this earth from the reality of Imam Husayn salam, and they take from the abundant flowing realities and rivers of Imam Husayn salam. These knowledges they're teaching is not from him. The one sitting, he doesn't know nothing, he can't even speak Arabic to you. But the one reflecting is speaking through that one. It's his realities, his secrets, his lights alayhi salatu salam. Those are the lights that are reflecting out towards humanity. That when these students decide that they are going to let their egos and bad character to die, their 124,000 ahlul bayt and ashab al-Nabi going to begin to reflect onto this earth of their realities. Those whom reached, when they speak, they're speaking from a reality, the secrets are not their secrets but their secrets. Because some people say, why you have to talk at this level or that level? It's not up to us, you can't talk at a kindergarten level when the one talking is speaking from realities. We're merely, and those whom understood this reality, they're merely like a flute. The one blowing, that's their power. You just have to be a good flute, put the holes all in the right place and try not to move too much. Their realities begin to flow out. So means this reality of ours, this way of ours is about reaching towards that reality, how not only physically to be close but spiritually to be close. That closeness by khidmat. So I mean even if they tell you that we're about to give an association, go get a pizza for us. Oh Shaykh, why you send me out to go to pizza? Why, you thought if you sat here you were going to get something? That's why they want to teach. It's not your proximity on this carpet that opens anything, your khidmat. By listening and doing, more would be dressing your soul than if you sat there not listening. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi sirri Surat al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah. All right, we'll spend a little bit more time for dinner and then Taraweeh a little bit later inshaAllah.